What's going on, friends? Logan Myers here for Cinephellas.com. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing one of the worst movies of 2018, Shane Black's The Predator. I was really looking forward to this film, being a huge fan of Shane Black as a director, the Predator franchise, especially the first two films. So I really thought Shane Black would bring something great to this new entry in the franchise, but I was sadly disappointed. And I'm really glad I didn't see this in the big screen. And I was really, really disappointed in the final product of this movie. It's all over the place. So Jacob Tremblay plays a young boy, and he has the Predator technology, hits the button, and the Predators come back to Earth and wreak havoc. And that's basically the setup of the film. We have Holbrook playing Jacob Tremblay's dad. He's a soldier, and he has a team of soldiers. Really great group of actors. It just didn't work in this movie. That sets up a lot of really, really bad one-liners in the film. There's a lot of forced comedy. This is a film that doesn't really know what genre it's trying to go at. It doesn't know if it's a thriller, if it's a comedy, if it's trying to be a horror. But, you know, the final product, I guess, is more of a comedy. There's really nothing suspenseful about this film. Like the first one, you know, the first 20, 30 minutes, you see, you know, Arnold and Carl Weathers, everybody, they're in this jungle, and you can see they're terrified. You know, they're isolated in this jungle and being hunted. In this film, The Predator, you never feel that. It's just like stupid joke after stupid joke. And, you know, there's really no chemistry with these actors. We have Keegan, Michael Key, Alfie Allen, Thomas Jane, Sterling K. Brown, Olivia Munn, Holbrook. You know, it's a really good cast. These are all really great actors, but just together in this film, the way they were written and these characters, it was just so stupid and silly and just really unbelievable. You don't feel anything. You don't get invested in these characters. Just the way that they presented themselves on, you know, screen, and just their communication and dialogue with one another just didn't make sense to me. You know, I'm not a huge Olivia Munn fan. She's a scientist in this movie and somehow knows how to shoot a gun. You know, most of the time she does a pretty shitty performance in most of the films she's been in my opinion. But she was okay in this movie. I think her and Holbrook were really the standout performances, if there are any in this movie. They're probably the best, but they're also silly at the same time. But when it comes down to the actual Predator itself, we have like a mega Predator this time around, a giant Predator. If you've seen from the trailer, it's massive. Then you have the small one. You know, the practical effects, there's a lot of great gore in this movie that they really captured from the first film. It was one of the best parts of the film was the actual gore and, you know, the practical effects that they threw in here, and the deaths and the kills. I mean, ripping off limbs. I mean, it was top notch, and it definitely reminded me of, you know, the original films from the 80s and 90s. But there was also a lot of CGI in this film. You know, certain sequences with the Predator and the ship and stuff like that. And looking straight from like early 90s, that you can definitely tell it's a green screen and just looks out of place. But the CGI in the film was definitely not good. The practical effects side of things, like in the first film, are much better. With that being said, with this group of soldiers, you know, they're trying to take on the Predators. The small one and the mega one, you know, leads up to a lot of great battles. And that's pretty much the premise and the setup of this film, and there's not much more to it than that. I'm not going to say what happens at the end, but the last 20 minutes are so fucking ridiculous and over the top and unbelievable. And it just really pissed me off the way that they ended this film. It was just like rushed. So I'm not sure if they're going to be making another Predator film after this one. Hopefully not, because after this, I don't think I can handle any more of this franchise. But we'll see. We'll see if they, you know, get Shane Black to do another one. Hopefully not. And this is definitely one of Shane Black's worst movies, and that's really painful for me to say, being a huge fan of his films. So overall, I'm going to give Shane Black's The Predator a 2 out of 5 Predator hair pieces. So what'd you guys think of The Predator? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe. This is Logan Myers signing out with my good friends, the Predators over here. Until the next review. Cheers!